Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show that we want to get into. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So let's get into today's content here. This is a pretty interesting one here, and it's something that surprised me, to be quite frank with you. As you all know, LeBron James has been the media darling for the past 15 years. Damn, man, you could even make it. Yeah, let's say for the past 15 years, right? When he came into the NBA, he was the darling of the NBA. Then he went to Miami. He turned some people off. But then the moment he started winning again, he became the golden child for everyone. Everyone tippy-toes around him. You rarely hear any prominent media member say anything negative about him. And it's been like this for years, right? Been like this for years. A lot of pro-LeBron guys in media scattered all throughout the sports ecosystem, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of NBA fans think that LeBron and Michael Jordan is a real debate. Like they're because of the work of these people, right? But I'm noticing something that frankly is surprising me. And the thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of people, and in this case we're talking about media members, a lot of prominent voices in media seem to be turning on LeBron James after the big night between himself and Bronny James. As you guys know, they made history, becoming the first father and son duo in the NBA. We had never seen anything like that before. So given the history in terms of the coverage of LeBron and how these people twerk it up every single day on TV and on the radio, how much they just lather each other up and slap each other with honey all day long, one would think that what you would see is one big twerkathon. Everybody would come out, oh, it was wonderful. I'd never seen anything like this. It was like looking into the heavens. I couldn't believe it. The moment they stood up, I was like, wow, the room started glowing. You would expect this, right? But it's been the total opposite. It has been voice after voice after voice after voice coming out and saying, we don't support this. This is a clown show. This is manufactured. This didn't seem real. And we're talking about people like Colin Cowherd, Rob Parker, Doug Gottlieb, Dan Le Batard, Michelle Beadle, all of these people, Chris Russo, all of these people calling out LeBron for this moment that to them seemed to be manufactured. But before we even get into the compilation of what these people had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With only 4 months left until the end of the year, I look forward to creating special moments with family and friends by attending various theaters, shows, plays, and sporting events. And when it comes time for me to look for tickets, I absolutely love to use Game Time. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and peace of mind, so I don't have to sort through thousands of tickets looking for the best prices or worry about whether or not if they're authentic or whether if I'm going to receive them on time. Game Time Picks, one of my favorite Game Time tools, analyzes thousands of tickets for all of your favorite events near your location and finds you the best possible deal so you don't have to. For example, I'm looking forward to this upcoming concert at Madison Square Garden of one of my favorite composers, Hans Zimmer. Here I can select the all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, no hidden fees. And now I can sort through the best possible deals I can find. I can choose the cheapest deals, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. And if you're like me and always make plans at the last minute, you can grab tickets up to 90 minutes after the event has started. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is want to play some of the things that these media members had to say about LeBron James, and then we're going to come back and give you guys our thoughts. Take a listen to them here.
So I felt like last night, It was basically for the lightweights who don't really follow sports, the influencers. Bronny and Lebron are playing, and it was good for their family. That's cool. And their business partners, and that's cool. And influencers and people that don't really watch the game, it will have zero impact. It was cool. It was a moment. First father-son duo. It was great. I get it. It was a moment. It'll have zero impact on the Lakers. In fact, if J.J. Redick is forced to play Bronny, it will hurt the team. I mean, you saw Ant Edwards looked at Bronny as a liability. Let's go attack him. Bronny is small. He's 6'1", and he's not a point guard. He's a 6'1" off guard. He would not be a dominant G League player. He would be a G League player. And I get it. I live in Los Angeles. Red carpet, Hollywood. I get it. I've said before, LeBron carried the league for 15 years. You're doing him a solid. The Lakers told other teams, don't draft Bronny. I get it. I had no animosity. I think it's fun. The Griffies, I'm a Seattle kid. The Griffies, the kid, dad and son play together. I get it. But if we're serious here, this is just fluff. This is for influencer types. The cameras come out. Everybody's taking pictures. I was there. That's fine. I mean, you go to a restaurant in L.A., it's 23-year-olds. I mean, taking pictures of their food. Like, I get it. But for serious basketball people, all I watched was J.J. Redick, and the thing I would be encouraged about, the Lakers' ball movement was better than it was with Darvin Ham. The spacing was better than it was with Darvin Ham. And Anthony Davis got to the free throw line 15 times. So, Anthony Davis, J.J. Redick is all in, and as an offensive coach, knows how to use him better than Darvin Ham did. That's what I watched.
Mo, the building was standing up in awe, waiting for the moment. Every time he shot, I think he shot one or two shots. They wanted to see it go in. He should have made that tip. He had a tip early on. I didn't think he could jump that high. He got up there. But, yeah, I just think it was a special moment. The NBA has embraced. The Lakers clearly embrace. And I think fans embrace. And I also think fans are smart enough to have not put enough in it as if this is about to be them starting together and playing 82 games together.
I don't think that moment. Was that.
It was cute. We moved on.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of people just looked at it as a photo op. Even Colin said it was a Kardashian moment kind of thing. And that's what it felt like. It just felt like, and we had, who was it who called up earlier who said it wasn't the history.
Oh, yeah, I forgot his name, but he said it was manufactured.
From Atlanta, Chili Tim. It was manufactured, and that's what it felt like. It really felt like this was kind of set up, and it could have been a great moment, or it could have been greater, I say, if people didn't have any skepticism on whether or not Bronny really belonged there. And I think that's the part that people still can't get over or to embrace.
But, Rob, I genuinely mean this. That is being overblown in that. You know how many guys get drafted?
But that's in your opinion. That's your opinion.
And that's all I'm paid to give, though.
Let me just say, that's your opinion. For you, it doesn't bother you. You don't care. You're happy because LeBron did what he wanted to do. You're a LeBron fan. But for people who really love basketball and the competitive nature of it, they feel like the game has been dampened, cheapened, altered, that you gave a spot to a kid who's not ready. Doesn't mean that he was never going to be ready for it. No one's saying that Bronny can't work his way in and there's an opportunity for him. But a lot of people just feel like, what are we doing here in the NBA where we're giving away roster spots because of a player? Like Shaq said on that studio set, you don't think Shaq wanted his kid to make it to the NBA? And there's a ton of other NBA players who have kids as well who would love for their kids, right?
But my only argument would be
Scottie Pippen. And there's all kinds of other players whose kids didn't get that opportunity. And they could sit there and say, oh, that's cool, whatever. Deep down, they wish they could do the same thing. And deep down, they know.
We kept the main thing when we were on the floor. And I guess a good portion of it, okay, I guess a good portion of it is that LeBron just doesn't see outside of himself. Because it was a circus. It had nothing to do with winning. It was 2 minutes and Bronny was a -7. He played 2 minutes and they were 7 points worse. than the Minnesota Timberwolves, who they led by 15 most of the game. It was absolutely positively about them, not about the team. But I guess this is the power of being a star. This is the power of controlling the narrative. Right? We see this in politics.
Russell Westbrook made it to the league on his own and did all that by himself. If this isn't manufactured, then I don't know what the word manufactured means. But again, I am not impressed, and I thought this was so ridiculous.
So you heard what they had to say. Now, funny enough, before producing this show, I actually came across an article here from Awful Announcing that was centered on some comments from the Dan Le Batard show. And it has the headline saying, Dan Le Batard, LeBron, Bronny James moment felt manufactured. I like having warm, fuzzy moments, but I like them to be natural and not feel like they're fabricated. I just want to get to the part where they spoke about this. They said the crowd roared and the TNT sports broadcast showed images of the James family cheering as announcers. Ian Eagle noted, this is all in the family, and what a celebration for the James family. While the moment was a long-time dream come true for LeBron, Le Batard and co. were not feeling the vibes Wednesday morning. The show's senior producer, Billy Gill, said the moment felt fabricated. I like having warm, fuzzy moments, but I like them to be natural and not feel like they're fabricated, Gill said. I like I'm being controlled by corporations, essentially. Nike, really? If we're going to name names, and I don't want to feel like every feel good is big PR move by Nike to sell more Nike. And that's kind of how a lot of this has felt so far. And Le Batard said, it's what LeBron and Hollywood is meant to birth, because he's doing what Peyton Manning is doing while he's still playing. It's almost the whole reason he went to Hollywood, to get the Hollywood ending. And then it just went on to God said a few other things there. What are my thoughts about this? First of all, I'm surprised. I'm surprised for the aforementioned reasons that I stated from the onset. Usually, for instance, if you look at a voice like Colin Cowherd, when he joined Fox FS1, he was a huge LeBron proponent. I remember shows when he was on the panel with Marcellus Wiley, Jason Whitlock, Chris Broussard, basically saying how LeBron is better than Jordan, LeBron is better than Jordan, LeBron is better than... I remember these shows. I remember specifically from Colin Cowherd. So to hear him and others like Doug Gottlieb, Michelle Beadle, and all these people come out and point this out, it is exhibiting a shift in the media landscape. Because 5 years ago, hell, 3 years ago, this wouldn't have been the case. So for all of these people to now start to have, for all of them now to begin to have the courage to say what they're saying, it reminds me of something that's pretty interesting as well. It reminds me of Kobe Bryant. When Kobe was in the heart of his prime, everybody loved him. They were telling, oh, he's great. I remember a show when Colin Cowherd invited Kobe Bryant on the show. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome the best player in the world right now, Kobe Bryant. Then towards the tail end of Kobe's career, when he got hurt, all of a sudden views started changing on him. Then Colin Cowherd said at no point was Kobe Bryant the best player. Why am I bringing that up? I'm bringing that up to say that when you're the top dog, everybody's going to ride the wave. But the moment we begin to see a shift and you start working on your exit plan and your exit plan out of the NBA, they're going to move on to the next big thing. And then people are going to come out and really and start to say what they really thought about you all along. And that's what we're seeing now. Because 5 years ago, it seemed like media was in lockstep when it came to LeBron James. It was just like promote, praise. So to hear these voices come out and say this is a bit surprising. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think is the cause for this shift that we're witnessing in terms of well-known media personalities pushing back on the LeBron James agenda? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.